Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Em and I'm here to give you side hustle ideas and improve your confidence in money making. In this video, I want to guide you through the process of participating in a focus group, so you know how to prepare, what the format will be like and what kind of questions you'll be asked. I remember when I got my first invite to a focus group, I struggled to find information about them online, and I think I worried either that I'd get questions wrong and look like an idiot in front of a group of people, or that I wouldn't be able to answer the questions at all and be completely silent. And I think I felt the added pressure of the large payments. So I kind of thought if I'm being paid £50 an hour, then they're going to expect quite a lot of me. I came into this process with a lot of questions, and maybe if you're thinking about signing up to research yourself or eagerly awaiting your first focus group, then you have some questions too. I'm going to try and put your mind at ease by talking about my own positive experiences so that hopefully you feel more ready and able to give this amazing side hustle a try yourself. If you do like this video and find it helpful, please give it a like. And I've also just made an Instagram account for my YouTube channel. It's called Earn Extra with Em, where I'll be posting my everyday side hustles and savings. So I'd really appreciate a follow. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk specifically about focus groups online because I feel like that's what's relevant to people right now. Plus, I've done about 50 online focus groups and only about 2 in person, so I'm going to talk about what I know best. Let's imagine you've already applied to a focus group and you've been selected. By the way, if you do want any tips and advice on how to make it more likely that you'll be selected by your application form, then I recommend you check out the video I already did, which I'll link here. Once you've been selected and have confirmed your answers and details in a phone call, then you're probably going to receive a date and time for your focus group, as well as anything you need to access it, such as a Zoom link. And you'll probably be given a week or 2 to do any preparations you need to in advance, such as pre-tasks. Let's talk about pre-tasks for a minute. Not all focus groups ask for them, but those that do will normally pay you a little bit extra to complete it before you join the focus group. And these are normally quite fun and straightforward. They might involve trialling a food or beauty product in your home and then putting your opinions about it online so the researchers can see your verdict before they meet you. Or you might be asked to send in photos and videos for a few days prior to the focus group so the researchers can get an idea of who you are and what your habits and preferences are. For example, one skincare focus group I attended asked me to think for a few hours in advance about my facial skincare routine, and then they asked me to send in pictures and videos of me removing my makeup. This did feel a little bit cringeworthy, taking a video of me taking my makeup off, but it also felt like a very easy £25. The one other way I can think you might want to prepare for your focus group in advance is thinking about the topic of the group and what it means for you. So I recently did a focus group about premium pasta, and I wasn't really sure what the premium meant and what separated premium from regular pasta, so I did a bit of research on that, so I didn't feel like I was floundering in the focus group. I did similar online research before attending a focus group about smart speakers, which I felt that I knew very little about. And it can be quite helpful doing this kind of research before you attend a focus group, especially because you're going to be talking about something for an extended period of time, and it just helps you to feel a bit more confident and sure of yourself in the group. On the other hand, if you know the topic of your focus group really well, then you probably won't need to do any research in advance. For example, for my skincare focus group, I knew my products and routine inside out as I've been doing it for years, so I didn't really need to look up any information beforehand and could talk about them confidently. Again, I feel absolutely no need to do any preparation for focus groups about snacks like biscuit and chocolate products. I know these better than I probably should and feel able to talk about them for hours. So next, a few things to think about on the day of your focus group. You won't be judged on how you're looking or where you are, so you don't need to think about what you're wearing or what's in the background of your camera. The researchers may choose to record the focus group, but it's likely they'll just be focusing on what people are saying rather than how you're looking. A few things you do want to make sure you have is a quiet place with a good Wi-Fi connection. I've tried doing a focus group with a bad Wi-Fi connection, and it was honestly a very poor experience for everyone involved. I was missing what people were saying and I was coming in and out and really causing a lot of disruption. At the same time, we all know by now that relying on technology is never going to be perfect, and so the researchers will be expecting a few technical mishaps and will do their best to help you navigate the technology and participate in the focus group. It's worth remembering at this stage that even though the researchers do want you to have a good time, they are also conducting the session for a reason, which is to get really good customer experiences and feedback. And they're also paying you really good money, so a lot of these are paying about £1 a minute just for your opinion. For that reason, I think it's fair to say make sure your phone is switched off and all distractions are away before you attend the focus group. I have been in groups where people have been trying to cook and eat their dinner, or play with their children while the group is going on, and it just feels really disruptive and unfair for everybody involved. Now we've considered the technical and preparatory aspects of the focus group, I think it's time to think about the actual group itself and the discussions that might take place. From my experience, focus group discussions might start off talking very broadly about a subject and end up talking about very specific products or brands. So for example, in a focus group about biscuits, you might start off talking about just snacks in general. You might be asked things like what kind of snacks you eat, when you eat them, where you purchase them. Over time, the conversation is likely to narrow down to talking about biscuits, and then by the end, you'll probably be talking about a particular type of biscuit or biscuit brand. And at this point, you might be being asked about flavours, about the packaging of that type of biscuit or the price, or about how it compares to the biscuits you already eat or others on the market. There aren't any trick questions, and they aren't trying to test you in these discussions. They've picked you as a representative of other people like you, and they just want your honest opinion so that they can make a product which appeals to people like you. This means you don't have to pretend to like something if you don't. By far, the most important feedback is the honest feedback, and they want to hear the positives and the negatives. I would say that if you are able to relax throughout these conversations and feel comfortable to be yourself and speak your mind, then you're likely to have a much better time. It will go far quicker, and the big chunk of money at the end will feel much more well deserved. One more thing to note is that this is a focus group, and so there will be a few of you. And the mix of people is going to be entirely dependent on the research. So I've done focus groups with people all my own age and very like me. And I've also done groups, people who are very different in terms of age, preferences and locations. Either way, and whether the group is 3 or 8 people, you needn't be worried about this. I know the prospect of being part of an online group can be really nerve-wracking for some people, but the researchers are really good at facilitating a good discussion, and they'll give everybody the chance to speak if they want to and make it fun for everyone. At the same time, you're not going to be expected to answer every question, and not knowing how you feel about something is absolutely fine. I think what I'm trying to get at here is as long as you're interested in the topic of the focus group and as long as you're willing to give it your best shot, it's impossible to go wrong. It's likely that you'll meet some really nice people and have a really great time, and at the end the money will just feel like a bonus. Once the focus group is finished, you've officially earned your payment, and that's probably your job done. You're not likely to be offered a follow-up unless you opt for this, and the money will normally come to your account within a week or 2. One thing I will note is that before you attended the focus group, you probably signed a form to say that you wouldn't share any new products or ideas or any of the topics discussed with anybody else. You'll notice that even though I talk about the gist of the focus groups I've participated in and some of the general topics, I won't talk about the specifics, and it's really important you do keep these things to yourself. The researchers are really counting on you for this. What happens in the focus group stays in the focus group, and now you can go out and enjoy your wad of cash. I think this has covered most of the things I wanted to know before attending my first focus group. I hope this has given you confidence in attending a focus group yourself, because you now know what to expect and quite how easy it is to participate in this side hustle. I've loved hearing from those of you who have already made money from focus groups after watching my videos, and I'm super keen to hear any more success stories, so please post your comments below. I'd also welcome any ideas for new videos, and as always, I'm really appreciating your support and I'm loving making videos for you. So if you are enjoying them, please subscribe and stick around for more. I'd like to wish you the best of luck with your side hustles, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.